for the second 45 minutes.
I give the edge to Suriname based on the quality of chances they created in the first half. From the opening whistle, they had a blueprint as to how they wanted to play out that first half, and I would say beyond the couple of scares that we saw from Bolivia, they executed it to perfection. They were disciplined with their defending, kept a back line of five that for the most part stayed in a five, and left the onus to the attacking five players, more times than not it was four of them, to be the ones who created the final third. I thought Girano Kirk, I thought he was excellent in the first half. Sharif found his moments where he could get forward and support. And Joel Giroux, though he didn't finish, he also was another linchpin in that front line who did a good job of holding up play, finding moments to get him beyond his defender, but they were just lacking that clinical touch. Bolivia found their moments later on in that first half where they started to connect a little bit more, but I'm still screaming for more from Terceros, from Ramiro Vaca, to get on the ball higher up the pitch, take on players 1v1 to try to really be dynamic in that final third.
And it looks like at the bare minimum we are going to have one change for Suriname. And it's going to be Adinio Bulger coming on and replacing Jean-Paul Boetius. And Boetius was on a yellow card, so you get the feeling that that's probably the main reason for the change. Boetius has been one of the more reliable center midfielders for a group. And keep in mind that Suriname's main starting center midfielder alongside Jean-Paul Boetius, Justin Longwick, was unavailable for this camp, having picked up an injury just a couple of weeks before they had to report for camp. And again, this is just the first game in charge for Hank Tenkata, the manager for Suriname, who took over after the firing of Stanley Menzo following that loss to Guatemala in the final day of CONCACAF qualifying. That result that saw them fall out of not only the automatic qualification spot that Panama took, but almost out of the intercontinental playoff completely, as the second half is officially underway from Monterrey, Mexico. And right off the bat, Bolivia knocking on the door, and a shot was blocked in front before it could reach Etienne Mawson. And Joel Pirou, who had a couple of glaring chances in the first half trying to hold up play, gets bailed out by the whistle. Suriname searching for their first ever World Cup appearance. Bolivia looking for their fourth, and 15 seconds into the second half, our first opportunity.
And it starts once again with one of those deep runs. This time it's Vaca who starts his run a little bit deeper, being patient, waiting for those gaps to expose himself beyond that back line from Suriname.
Nice little dummy from Charlotte Shetty. And here's Shaquille Pinas.